Well, hello and a warm welcome to the Sound of Silence with myself, DrumPIPO. You know how we do it every single week. This week around, we're hanging out with an amazing band, amazing four-piece band. You don't want to miss a thing. They will be, setting the stage ablaze. They will be doing two of the original songs and also be sharing super experiences that they've been through together as a band. You don't want to miss a thing. And of course, this show is made possible by Turnkey Music, a music shop based in Malibongwe Drive in Randburg. If you need musical equipment, check these guys out on their website, on their social media. Connect with them. I'm sure they'll be able to assist you and help you decide, even if you're confused about what to buy or what to purchase for your setup. Check them out and they'll be able to help you. And of course, if you have missed any of these shows, please head to DNTV Demand and check out all the previous episodes that we have had on this amazing show. One more time, a very warm welcome to the Sound of Silence with myself, DrumPIPO. Stay tuned. The Sound of Silence with DrumPIPO. All right, welcome back to the Sound of Silence with myself, DrumPIPO. You know how we do it every single week. Look, I'm super excited hanging out with a band today on the show. You don't want to miss a thing. The Color Blue.
Yo, what's up, man?
How you guys doing?
Right.
Thanks. Ironically, none of you is wearing blue.
Yeah.
But blue is not the blue, it's the blue, the color exploding.
So tell me, how did you guys meet?
Oh, man. I used to be in a band, and then it got disbanded, and then there was this lady who lived opposite us, and then she asked me, like, well, does she hear that I'm playing bass, and if I wanted to go and jam with them because they needed a bassist, and then I met Armando, and then from there we had some tunes and stuff, and then some stuff happened, and then we met another guy, and that guy then introduced us to Leon, and then, yeah, look, I mean, there's a lot more fat to the story, and I don't know, would you like maybe to...
Yeah, perhaps I can take it from there, because it's actually quite an emotional part for George and I, because the band that we were playing, we had organized
a tribute
to a band that we were involved in, and unfortunately, in fact, also linked to music. We were busy recording in our own studio, and unfortunately, we lost him on that particular day. So it became quite emotional for us. Yeah. And George and I then had a tribute for him, and that's how we met Leon, and that's how it started evolving into the Color Blue.
That's where I met Tim as well.
Yeah, Tim was also there on the same day.
You knew Tim before that.
Yeah.
Okay. But then the name, the Color Blue, I mean, how did it come about?
Of course, that was going to be a question.
Definitely.
One of those questions we asked you just before, like, are you going to ask us this question? Yes, we're definitely going to ask that. And you were true to your word. It's, straight up honesty, man.
Yeah, I think the Color Blue is, people sometimes, specifically in the beginning, they would get confused and they would think, if they don't know us, it's the Color Blue. But it's not the color blue, it's the color blue, like an explosion. Yeah, that's right. BLEW. I think we were playing together for a while. We were jamming, and we were at the studio one night just before we started to play shows, and we said, "Man, we need to get a name." And I mentioned I would like something with a color in it, and it wasn't a long, deep discussion. It was literally a couple of minutes at the dawn. It came out that it would be the color blue. Yeah. And Armando came out with the idea that we need to change the American spelling used to COLOR just to make it a bit different. Yeah. And also the BLEW, the color blowing up. And I thought that name actually worked beautiful for us because our music is different emotions in a tapestry of different colors.
Right. That's right.
And you're blowing this color all over, which is great. So that's the visual.
Yeah. So what can people expect from your music when they listen to your music, or when they hear the name, the Color Blue? What can they expect from your sound?
There's a lot to expect, man. I mean, we don't restrict ourselves to any one genre. I think one of the key things for us as a band and as musicians is we don't basically like confine ourselves to like a box of we only play rock and roll, or we just play blues or whatever. But I think our first album was very alternative, very darkish album, very
Very grungy.
grungy, very. We were in a dark spot
Yeah.
as people, as humans at that
Yeah.
stage, and that's what came out. And then in the second album, I mean, as you guys will see when we play later, like,
Yeah.
you know, it's completely contrary to what we used to play, you know, but it's still there. So I mean, it's anything from Afrobeats to indie to
Right.
punk to grunge, just straight up rock and roll. Yeah, man, we just enjoy music, and whatever comes and
That's it.
feels right, that's what we do, dude. So.
But that's a very wide range,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
to pick from. How do you get your influence? How do you,
Yeah,
you know,
I
how do you
think
inspire yourself?
I think a big thing is all of us have got different influences. All four of us, we're
That's
very
right.
different in our backgrounds,
Yeah.
in the music we played, and still play in some other instances as well, and that makes it extremely unique. We're not a band where one, especially on this, we're busy with our third album now,
Yeah.
and we're not the kind of band where you walk in and, oh, I wrote this and I wrote, you know, the song's complete and we're going to do that. We've taken an approach where we just walk in and we just jam and we write music together,
Yeah.
you know, which is new for me, you know, and I've been in many bands and it's never been that way. And that's really cool. So I think our diversity of the music we listen to is a strength in the color blue. You know,
That's
and
right.
that
Not
creates
just
our
that,
sound.
man.
you
I
know.
also think like we're very blessed to be playing with each other. Because,
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
Armando,
Definitely.
personally, not
Definitely.
because he's like one of my best friends ever. I mean, all of these acts are my best friends. But,
Yeah.
I mean, to me personally, he's like probably the best drummer in the country.
Mm.
Like and I'm saying this sincerely, you know, not just because you're sitting there in the same.
I'm a drummer, so what you wear?
Dude, no, look, I mean, it's not a matter
No,
of,
I'm
like,
just kidding.
of
I'm
taking
just-
offense or
I
anything like
know.
that, dude. It's just like, whilst you're being in a band, you get to see a lot of other bands.
That's
right?
right, that's
And
right,
a lot of the stuff, and you know, and I'm just saying it loosely maybe, but a lot of the stuff is basically all the same.
Right.
But the thing is, and I actually listened to another song the other day, dude, and it was just like, I don't think people pick up like on like the little nuances and like the subtleties and the stuff that you throw into like specifically on your like your cymbal work, and like, you know, there's like triplets and the ghost notes and all those things coming in. And the same with Tim. Like Tim for me is like probably the best guitarist in the country. And
Yeah.
Darag's vocals and lyrics, man, like there's literally like we'll look at him like, yeah, I can't believe you said that, dude. Sometimes he whines. I mean, sometimes it's hard to make out what he says. But then like when it comes to like when you hear, it's like, oh, dude, it just takes like on a journey, and it's all relatable, dude.
Yeah.
I think so. I think we're very blessed to be in the band that we
Yeah.
are.
It's very easy to make music together.
That's right.
We-
You know,
we
actually,
don't
when-
have, like,
when-
preconceived ideas.
Yeah. When I got to your bio and I looked at it and everything, before I listened to your music, I had a different perspective and expectation.
What did you think?
I thought I was gonna hear something loud, something more rock, you know. But once I started listening to the music, I'm like, wow, okay, this is a beautiful switch, you know. Like you swerved me very nicely,
That's a good thing.
But there's a background to that.
and I love it.
There's a background to that, and I think that's probably, you know, George uses the word blessed, and I think we have got into this blessed environment.
Yeah.
You know, we first met because we live in the same area, the tribute that I'd mentioned, the connection,
Right.
musicians, that was the initial thing.
Right.
But how we write music now, for me, is really a blessing. And what it is that we're not in a band because we are a rock band or an indie band. We're in a band because we love music.
That's right.
And and where we are right now, hence the blessed part, is when we get in, and I think you've actually witnessed that.
Yeah.
If we are warming up, it's a jam.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
we get into
Yeah.
our environment, we are jamming. And within that jam, there's a discovery, there's the feeling, there's the
Wow.
emotion, there is
That's
the,
right.
the telepathic
right.
connection, and that gets turned
In the
into a
moment.
song.
I
That's right.
firmly believe, like, look, we do a lot of jams and stuff, and I mean, like you said, you check everything we did there,
Yeah.
well, but except the songs that we actually played, is that like everything was basically improvised. It's like on the spot, like this is what we do, and I'm firmly believe, dude, that it's not a song not until he sings. and that's it. Dude. That's the honest truth.
way.
Because otherwise,
Yeah.
it's just us like just jamming, dude. Because those are the things that we forget.
That's
But,
right.
Like when he gets close to the mic, and it's cool, man. Because we've been together for so long, right? We know each other so well
That's
that you
right.
just know, like if Leanne is like walking out of the studio, you know, like, all right, like we're just jamming.
It's
But
done.
as soon as he like starts going, it's like, and then he'll start belting vocals, and it's like, And you know, you made a comment earlier this week as well, which kind of basically like catches the whole thing. Like you get that hook, and it's just that one lyric, or just that one one riff or whatever. And that is the thing that like encapsulates the whole thing, and then everything just starts to gel, you know. So yeah,
that's what brings in a lot of the variety in the music as well. Because we try jam in as many different styles as we can.
Yeah.
So how's everybody feeling tonight? Maybe we play some blues. Maybe we play more lo-fi, more indie stuff. Maybe we go really heavy one night. And it's good to almost keep the whole band on their toes in a way.
That's right.
And we've tapped into all these different styles, and we're only now kind of narrowing it down into what our own sound is. But it's a whole journey, it's a whole discovery, and it's a lot of fun at the same time.
to touch on that as well, like the cool thing about that is because we do so many different things and try so many different styles, like we keep on pushing each other, you know, to become better.
That's it.
So everyone like is trying to, you're not trying to, you're subconsciously
Get
basically
better.
like pushing the guys, like, you know, like, oh shit, Tim is playing this thing, it's like so amazing, like I need to play something just as good to like get there. So and it's cool, man, because we just keep pushing each other and we just keep getting better.
I love it. Look, what are you performing for us today? Talking about music.
Dance.
Yeah, it's two
Would have
songs.
happened.
Yeah, it's two songs of the Light Switch album, which is Dance, Dance, Dance. African Sky, which is well, Dance 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 is also a single.
Two single releases.
They were both singles. African Sky is probably the one that gets the most radio airplay at the moment, and so we're playing that for you guys. And then obviously one of our new songs that we're busy working on that we shared with you guys today that hasn't been played before, which is called Lily.
No, awesome, man. You know what? I can't wait. I just want to hear that music. Let me dance a little bit. Since it's dance, 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 and then we can talk some more.
Sweet.
All right, take it away.
Man, I stole your face.
place, alone in my room. I dance with my ghosts, the ones I held close, the ones that I love the most. Walk outside with my head out high, and I scream at the sky. Breathe in the night tonight, we survive. Dance, 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 you're a beautiful stranger. Dance, 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 such a beautiful creature. Dance in the moment till the sun comes up. You can't stand up no more. Dance to the rhythm of your beating heart. You can't go home no more.
All right, welcome back one more time to the Sound of Silence with myself, DrumPIPO. I'm hanging out with the Color Blue. You heard that beautiful music, right? Ah, guys, that was good.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for making me dance a little bit.
Well, the idea was to make you dance a lot, man. But thanks for moving a little bit.
Yeah. No, that was not.
It's good for your
It
health.
was not too long. It was like 4 minutes, so I mean, it was good.
Yeah, cool, man. So we try to, like, I don't really think we've actually timed how long we play the songs.
Yeah.
I mean, we just put music together and whatever works, it works.
But tell me, what inspired that specific song?
Dance, dance, dance.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. Look, that's from an album called Light Switch.
Okay.
And that album was written as a band, by the band, whilst being a band, for the band. And during that period, I think we were doing pretty well. You know, it's again, it goes back to what we said earlier, you know, about playing what we feel. At that stage, we were like extremely happy, very jovial. And I feel reluctant to use the word bodying, but a lot of that as
Beautiful.
well. So, yeah, man, it just flowed.
We were at the coast a
Yeah.
bunch. We played a couple of shows in the south coast, and wanted something that sounded like surfer kind of vibe. Also in a very happy spirit, because we were doing well as a band. We were doing pretty much the most we had done up until that point. I was trying to capture that happy moment, like actually having the band do well, and just dancing.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, it's exercise. It's good.
Yeah, I think when they wrote wrote the music in the studio, and then I always go and I try and put a contrast to it.
Yeah.
And the contrast with the actual story is like they said, it's a melancholic moment of happiness that can also, sometimes you're so happy you're sad.
Yeah.
And that's basically the story in the song is one of having a moment, losing that moment, and then reflecting on that moment, and you dance in that moment until the sun comes up.
I actually thought it was about a guy who likes this girl, and this girl doesn't know about it. And then this guy is like, stalking this chick from like the tree and stuff.
That also happens. That is absolutely also what happens in there. That's the moment.
But tell me one thing. What is the most difficult thing that you guys have had to overcome as a band?
There's been many difficult things in this band.
The most that we can all learn from.
Look, I think all of us in this band, I won't say there's one specific, there's been a lot of tragedies in this band. Even the way we even formed out of a tragedy.
Yeah.
We all lost people that were very close to the band. I lost my partner as the band started. We all had different. Timothy lost his father. I lost my father.
Yeah.
There's been lots of hard moments where we had to get through as humans. Where we were, where we thought this isn't gonna. And the band and the music pulled us through those moments. It made us stronger.
That's right.
So I'd say our strength is the fact that we stuck together and we could make each other laugh. Although we're very serious, we have a lot of fun. It's all about balance, you know. So the music's serious and what we do is serious, and sometimes it's light-hearted, but we still try and balance everything we do.
That's right.
Together. So yeah, we've been through. There's been a lot of drama and tragedy that we've gone through.
A lot of loss.
Yeah, a lot of loss.
But we stuck together.
So, if you were given a chance to change one thing in the industry, what will it be?
One thing in the industry.
Yeah.
Just we can start.
Well,
Just one.
Yeah, check, man. I think one of the things that is kind of lacking at this stage, and yes, look, it's not like anybody's gigging at this stage in any case, so it's not like we're going to be cancelled. But I think one of the things that should change in the music industry is the assistance and like the help for young and upcoming bands. You see like things like these battle of the bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the younger musicians are being exploited. Younger bands.
I agree.
They get exploited for, because you want to get out or your band out so much and so desperately, you would basically play for free anywhere, right?
Yeah.
With the hope of maybe one day landing like a proper gig or a good gig. So I think, and as soon as you start going against that grain, you stop being booked because there's always another band that will play for free.
That's right.
So look, I'm going to be honest, dude. I actually even thought like we should start a union. Like
I also think we should unionize.
Musical union, where musicians actually get paid what they're worth, dude. Because I think people don't appreciate art
Musicians are underpaid.
There should be a minimum rate. There should be like any other industry.
Yeah.
There should be a minimum rate for musicians. There should be membership fees paid. I really think, and we all need to start sticking together. But unfortunately, like George said, some guys are so hungry to play and just get out there that they'll play for anything, or they'll play for free, and that exploitation happens because of that.
And the flip side to that is that what happens then is that those young and upcoming bands, they then see like, man, this is what the industry is like, and then why should we then do it? Because dude, it's about. The one thing I've learned about or from music is persistence. It's all about persistence. You're going to get knocked. You're going to be at the bottom the whole time. And
That's right.
it's about just keep on pushing, right? But like, if something I would suggest and which I think would actually like be a very, very cool thing, and I think Short Straw actually did it, right? This is that you get like a massive band, like the big name bands, the tier 1 bands, because we actually like, we think like, or we rated like bands tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And you want those tier 1 bands, like their opening acts must basically be up and coming young bands.
That's
because, dude, I mean, if we're going to call a spade, a lot of this stuff is about who you know and whether or not people like you. And I'm not saying, be like an arrogant or like an obnoxious person as a musician or anything like that, but always be the nice guy and always be a nice guy. But not everybody's always going to like you.
That's right.
And
if everybody likes you, you are a problem.
Exactly, dude. And the thing is that like a lot of the people with the influence and like the power of like putting together the big shows and the big events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, if we're going to be honest and just call it what it is, like, I mean, they're booking their trommies, man. But and I mean, I understand, dude, because I would probably book my trommies as well.
Do the same, yeah.
On the same, and on the other hand, dude, like if you look at it like the bigger picture, man, and if you compare like our music, and I'm not talking about our music, but South African music, like overseas music and like stuff like that, like why are they so successful? Why did they get like billions and billions and billions of views and all that streams or whatever, dude? It's because like there's support, and there's like the whole structure and everything's like worked out. Yeah, it's like a free for all, man, and you just, again, it goes down to the grind. And just keep on grinding and grinding and grinding and believing in what it is that you're doing and believing in your music. Because one of the things I've also learned is, dude, is it's not, yes, I care about what people think about our music, but I also don't really care what people think about our music, dude, because that's us. It's our stuff. Dude, you're going to like it or you're not going to like it.
That's right.
That's what it is.
That's right. So tell me, where can people find your music?
Yeah,
Musica.
If there was a Musica, we'd be there. Look, like all other bands, like everyone else, we're on all the streaming platforms, everything. We got a couple of videos on YouTube as well, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow us on all the normal channels, the Color Blue COLOR and BLEW.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to book you as well, the person can just.
Yeah, that all the contact forms are on Facebook. All the contact forms are, or you can just email thecolorblue@gmail.com as well.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Please do.
All right, no, guys, thank you so much for coming through and having a chat with
Thanks
me.
so much to you.
And I'm sure I'm going to have to jam with you guys
Oh,
sometime
can't
soon.
Oh, absolutely. It'll
Come
be
through,
fun.
let's do it.
All right, thank you so much. Do your next song.
Cool stuff.
All right,
Good
all
stuff.
the
Let's
best.
go.
Just as she told me, we gotta take it slow. No cutting on Sundays, you know. The track mark leads the way to our home, and I'm spending time alone. Seems to me we've had our last chance. Just let's make it slow. Made it to the old town, been drinking on my own. And spend the afternoon finding my own home. Ain't easy when you're sailing some. Well, Jesse, I hope you don't know. Seems to me we've had our last chance. Guess we gotta take it slow. Seems to me we've had our last dance. Just let's take it slow. Seems to me we've had our last dance. We just gotta take it slow. Seems to me we've had our last dance. We just gotta make it slow. Pull me into your eyes. Save me from the fires. I lie, I try not hard. I've got you right here. Well, I'm saying goodbye.
All right, that's it for the day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, myself, and the Color Blue. Right here on the Sound of Silence. I had a great time, and I'm sure you also did. Had a blast. Look, I will see you same time, same place next week. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.